I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling. Shouldn't be trusting me, I could be making it all up, you know. Out of control, you don't know me. I'm a danger to myself.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is that you are tuning in. This is Unapologetically Me, featuring me. No special guest, just me. Back to using my mic. I hope I don't blow your guys' eardrums out now. You guys are not used to me with a mic. This video is going to be about the surveillance videos from the Alder Hill Fire Cam. And I just want to say first and foremost, the reason that I stopped doing any coverage of this case was not just because YouTube is saturated with KIELY Rodnි coverage, but also because the family doesn't seem to want any more coverage on this case. And while I am all for justice for not only the victim, I'm also for justice for the victim's family. And I believe that KIELY will get her justice. I believe that there are enough people who are on top of things here that this case will not lack pushback if it comes out to be just an accident. There is something shady, for lack of a better term, going on with the town of Truckee and the family, most notably with Lindsay Rodney, KIELY's mother. I stand by what I said in my last video that I did on KIELY Rodnි. That is that I believe that Lindsay knows what happened. I'm not saying I think she was a part of anything. What I'm saying is I think that she knows. I think that she's protecting people at this point. I think she's protecting the community. I think she's protecting the teens. And I've also believed from the start that the police have her cell phone. When they didn't seem to care about this laptop, that was when I just knew they had to have her cell phone. And I believe SF Investigates has confirmed that they do in fact have her cell phone, that it was in the car when the car was found. So what this video is about is this fire cam footage that has been circulating. And this footage came from a special camera that's designed to capture light. Its purpose is to spot out the slightest indication of a fire. That's why the lights are so bright. I'm going to talk about what I see. So this is what I see. I'm not speculating on this right now at the moment. I'm just going to note out loud what I see in this footage. Now, I got these videos from a few different people because this is what happens when you sit on anything in the true crime community. You know, I see this information come out and I'm like, you know what, I'll get to that. I'm in the middle of this right now, you know, doing this video. I'll get to information on that video. And it's like, it's gone. It disappears. So when I went to get the original video from the actual site that it came from, it had been made to where like you can't click on it anymore. Like you can't get the full video anymore. And this is really unfortunate for me because I like to look at fresh, undoctored footage first. A few different creators who are really good at editing have made this video easier to see the exact location of the vehicle as it goes into the water. Allegedly, some people don't think that this is actually her going into the water. But these creators took a still photo from earlier in the day from that same camera, and they then took the footage from the times that we see the car allegedly go into the water. And again, I say allegedly because I'm just being careful, as per usual in this case. We have zero confirmation from law enforcement that this is her car going into the water. Bear in mind, this is actually a bunch of stills that are pieced together. So that's how the camera works. It takes a series of still shots and it does rotate. And it's actually pretty amazing that it was facing the direction that it was and it caught this at the right time. Okay, so let's take a look. Now, first, this is that daytime photo where you can get a better idea of the location. And this right here is where her vehicle was found. So keep that in mind as you're continuing to watch. I'm not trying to figure out whether or not this was in fact her vehicle going into the water, because in my opinion, there's just no way that it's not her vehicle. But again, that is my opinion based off of what I am seeing and based off of facts that we do know. What I'm trying to figure out here is what the other vehicles are doing, because it was the first thing that I noticed that seemed suspicious. I have yet to hear anyone talk about this, so I had to bring it up, of course. I didn't even want to. I didn't want to get back into this case at all, but it's bothering me, and I can't find anyone pointing it out at all. I find an issue with it, and so I'm going to bring it up. I'm just going to tell you what I see, like I said. I'm just going to tell you what I see first. So, now if you look at the bottom of the frame, you're going to see the date and time. And it's the military time. It shows 0022, which is 12:22 a.m. So that's where you can follow the time. Unfortunately, like I said, this isn't an original, so I don't have the full time frame. I'm using other people's videos, bits and pieces of other people's videos to kind of try to make this make sense for you guys. So what I noticed is that at 12:22 a.m., you see a few lights begin moving. You see lights starting to turn on. Vehicles from the area of the sanctuary begin to start moving. So you see those lights turn on, you see those lights start moving. Now there's a group of cars that come the same way that KIELY's car will be coming shortly. I can't tell you how many cars exactly, but it looks to be at least 3, maybe 4, or that is just a guess. The first car comes at about 12:22. And then at 12:27, more cars light up and begin moving to the same area where this first car is. By 12:28, another car or 2 or even 3 come to meet up with this first car over in this area. Is it another party? I don't know. It looks like they're doing like one of those small caravans. Like, I don't know, if you guys partied when you were, teens or, in your 20s, and you sometimes if there were more than one party going on, you guys would like caravan. So it's like 3 or 4 cars or more will follow each other to the other party. Like 1 person, 2 people maybe know where they're going. The other people are like, all right, I'll just follow you there. So that's kind of what it looks like to me. Like they're going from one party to another, but I don't know if there's another party there or not. So again, this is speculation. But they turn right and they go up the road there, and then they stop, leaving their lights on this whole time. They're there for about 10 minutes, and then you see another vehicle's lights coming that same way as they were, but instead of turning the way that they did, this car continues to go the opposite way and straight into the water at about 12:33 a.m., eventually sinking in about 2 to 3 minutes. So about 12:36. Now, we do know that the last phone ping was at 12:33 a.m. and the last call to Sammy Smith was 12:36 a.m. KIELY's car had sunk by 12:36 a.m. if we're believing that that is KIELY's car, and I do. Last phone ping was 12:33 a.m. and that is when the car went into the water. KIELY's car is off the maps now, as you can see, but these cars are still chilling over here. About 2 minutes after KIELY's car sinks, these vehicles begin to move back from the area which they came. The final vehicle, the car that's been there the longest, eventually follows the other cars back toward the sanctuary, but stops for a couple of minutes, looking to be right at the intersection here. Why? This is where I really regret not jumping on this video sooner so that I could have gotten the original version. Because to me, this whole car situation seems very shady. Now, speculation alert. This is just a theory. And this theory is giving the benefit of the doubt that KIELY did drive into the water on her own and that no one even knew it. All they would have known was that she all of a sudden was gone. We have heard that there were multiple parties going on that night in that area. Is it possible that a few kids caravanned over to this other party and KIELY was following behind them, got confused, she was a little slower than they were. When they turned out of sight, she was so intoxicated and she lost that visual of their taillights. Did she turn the wrong way and go off into the water? After a few minutes of waiting there for her, these kids are like, where the hell is KIELY? A couple of them drove back to look for her. They couldn't find her. Figured maybe she said screw it and she went home instead. But what is with this vehicle? Why does it stop here? Was there a party going on in this location? Now, I have a few other theories, but I would like to hear yours first. Knowing what we know about where her vehicle was found, this movement of these other vehicles seems very suspicious to me. The timing alone is a red flag to me. At the very least, what I think this could mean is that people knew that something happened to her right when it happened. Then I wonder, did Sammy really get a phone call from Kylie's phone at 12:36? Is there proof that an incoming call came into Sammy at 12:36? And if her phone was in fact found in the vehicle with her, then that last phone call that Kylie made to Sammy Smith could very well be her screaming for help that she had just driven into the lake. Now, this is very, very far-fetched, and I don't like to really get into a lot of, the speculation theories, but at the end of the day, we don't have a lot to go off of. And these things make sense to me. I realize it sounds like a Lifetime original movie, yet at the same time, I have a feeling that this may turn out to be a Lifetime based on actual events movie. It really is starting to look more and more clear to me. And, with the cars, as far as the other theory that I have, I have a few, but I just wanted to bring about the one that makes them look the most innocent. Obviously. I like to kind of give people the benefit of the doubt. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I want to hear what you guys think. If you guys even think that this is weird. It's been said that by another channel that they feel that these people were parked over in this area here, but that doesn't line up. So, I created these images for you to kind of see. It doesn't line up that way. It really looks like they are on this road right here. And that car comes, sits there, then some more cars come. That very first car is there for about 10 minutes before Kylie goes into the water, and then is there for a few minutes longer than the other vehicles that came. And then before it continues to leave with the rest of the vehicles, it stops at what looks to be that intersection right there. So I do have another theory about that, one that I think may even be more possible, but I do want to hear what you guys have to think before I put that one out. So I will talk to you guys on the next video. Please like, share, subscribe. You know how it works. Thank you guys so much for listening, watching, tuning in, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.